Our headlines today: a day ahead of the announcement of the next Prime Minister, a commitment to immediate action on energy bills from frontrunner Liz Truss.
The impact of the cost of living crisis on food banks. Will report on the new challenges for the charities who are helping the most in need.
Sticking with the travel theme, and a £2 cap on bus fares across England has been announced by the government. The move could save people around 30% on the average fare. Myra Smith has more from Huddersfield.
Price cap comes in from tomorrow, in fact, here in West Yorkshire. That's because of a deal that's been struck by the Combined Authority Mayor, Tracy Brabin. She's been working with the Combined Authority to try and bring in that reduction in single fares down to £2 from tomorrow. It should save people around £1.50 per single journey. A similar scheme coming into effect in Greater Manchester tomorrow as well. The single fare again, £2 for adults, just £1 for children. But here in Huddersfield, the change has been largely welcomed. Lots of people really supporting this. And it's not just the single journeys that are going to change. You can use a whole day ticket for £4.50, so that should make a big difference as well. And the changes here in West Yorkshire will actually last for a whole year and will increase from next September in line with inflation. Now, nationally, the change won't come in until January. They'll last just 3 months. But the government says the idea is to really give people direct help when the cost of living is spiralling. So changes here in West Yorkshire a lot earlier than the rest of the country from tomorrow, and the same goes for Greater Manchester.
The Home Secretary has said the Metropolitan Police must learn from what she calls its appalling mistakes following a string of failings, including the murder of Sarah Everard by a serving officer.
Priti Patel wrote to the Force's new Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, stressing the need for reform. Start with the Express, Sunday Express this morning. The outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson has written for the Sunday Express this morning. He's urging the Conservatives to stop the infighting and unite behind their new leader. That new leader will be announced tomorrow lunchtime.
But the Observer talks about the dividing lines within the Tory party, which continue to dominate lots of coverage in the papers. This paper, The Observer, reports that senior MPs are warning the leadership favourite Liz Truss faces defeat at the next election unless she includes senior figures from across the party in her cabinet, including critics of Boris Johnson.
The Sunday Times is reporting comments made by President Zelensky on the financial hardship facing the UK and other Western countries. The Ukrainian leader says the consequences of the Russian invasion are painful, but insists that rising energy bills are a price worth paying to avert a new world war. His wife has done an interview for the new Laura Koonsberg programme this morning on BBC One at 9 o'clock, where she touches on some of those same themes.
Yeah, we'll catch up with Laura later on, actually. One of the most watched videos on the BBC News website shows this vast wall of dust. It's 50 metres wide, which has been sweeping across parts of Arizona in the US. Around 7,000 properties have been left without power. And just a couple of bits from the inside. Now, I don't know if the C word has been mentioned.
Go on, I know you're desperate.
Already.
Do you want to do this one, or is it another?
Well, I've actually got another one, but you can mention that. Go on, mention that. And
well,
then
you want to be the first person to say this, don't you?
Here we go. Christmas tree sales are apparently soaring, according to one high street retailer, because people are trying to spread the cost of Christmas. Okay. So they're getting in early to buy their Christmas decorations.
And this is good news. Sir Cliff Richard is set to return to the Christmas album charts. According to this little story, he's been working on a new studio album, which is going to be out for Christmas.
Fabulous. Right, that's it, done. We won't mention it again.
September the 4th, and we're already talking about Christmas.
I promise.
Yeah. Put your decorations up there.
Oh, give over. Chetton's here.